Y'all, one of my dragon fruit flowers is about to open. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's how big it is. I have to smell it. It smells so good. I'm so excited, but the bad thing is if this is not self-fertile, I have to have a different dragon fruit for this specific kind to pollinate it. So it's not going to turn into a fruit because I don't have a pollinator right now available. So what I am going to do is collect the pollen tonight, and it can store in the freezer in an airtight container for I think up to a year or so. So whenever one of these other ones does bloom, I'll have pollen to pollinate it. Oh my goodness, it's exciting. We'll come back when it's open. Okay, so this is a dragon fruit flower. This is a Noid variety, meaning they lost the tag to it, so I don't know if it's self-fertile or not. I do have some dragon fruit pollen right here that I saved from Country Roads, which is not self-pollinating. So I saved that pollen, froze it, and I'm going to mix some of that pollen with some of its own pollen to see if I can fertilize this little flower right in there. So here we go. Oh, there's lots of pollen coming out of that. See it down in there? The powder. And what I'll do is whatever pollen I have left from this one, I'll label it and freeze it too. So look at that, all that pollen. Put that down. This right here, stem right here, you want the pollen to go inside there. Right down in there. So okay. I mean, I got a pretty good amount of pollen there. There we go. And then we'll take our frozen pollen right here. Get it all up on the tip of that. Oh, this bee is coming over here. This bug is trying to get to it too. And we'll get that down in there too. And that's pretty much it. There we go. That is pollinating that. Hopefully in about 7 days, if it starts swelling here, then it's pollinated and I'll have a dragon fruit ready probably within about 45 days on average. You'll know the fruit's ready whenever it's big and full and it starts feeling wiggly on this stem, but that's how you pollinate dragon fruit. trying to get you out of here so the doggies don't get you. There you go. Keep flying. Come on. You gotta get out of here. Go on, there's a crack. There's a crack over there. Oh my god, it's so fast. Oh, I got it. Finally got it. I know. Mama is mad. Here. There. Lord. Whew. I saved your baby. So the other side of that fence, there's a couple of neighbors. They're not home very often, and there's no animals out there, like no dogs or anything that I know could get to that bird. It needs probably another day to flap its wings strong enough to fly, but I have 5 dogs. I had to get it out of the yard before my dogs figured it out and hurt or possibly killed it. So we got it out of the yard, and it should be good to go. All right, so I'm inspecting these plants and I see evidence of a squash vine borer. I noticed some yellowing of the leaves. The plant looked a little stressed. And right there, let's see if I can zoom in. Right there, there is evidence in there of something boring into that. That's squash vine borer. And I also see the crumbles underneath where it's bored into the plant. So I normally use my injection needle, which is basically a cake decorating injection needle where you inject desserts inside cakes, but I can't find it. So on a pinch, I'm trying to get ahead of this. I've got my BT, and I'm just going to stab the plant with this at the site, and I'm going to suck some BT in this medicine dropper, and I'm going to squirt it in that hole to try to resolve this issue. So let's do some plant surgery. Oh, I see some right here too. See that? Let's take that off, and then we'll just quickly stab our hoe down in there like that. Oop, that was a lot right there. Hopefully we've got it. Now, in the meantime, to try to save this plant, I've taken over here. So you can see this is stressed out right here. So it's not going to stay. It's already turning yellow. But right there on the underbelly, you can see that the plant is trying to root. So we're just going to place it down on the ground here. And I've got, like right here, each of these nodes here where stems are coming up, it tries to root. So I'm pushing this down on the ground, and hopefully it will pick up more roots. So if that is damaged over here, the plant will continue to root. Like right here, you can see roots right there. So we want it to do that. So it can continue rooting on the ground, and I'll get some more rocks and just push that down on the ground here. Okay, so right here where the two tarps meet, I have built up dirt around that root system here, and I'm pulling this over right here to continue to encourage this to root along this dirt area to try to keep this plant going and save it. So hopefully that will work. Hi y'all, so it's been about 1 month since the beginning of this video, and I'm going to show the progress of the garden since then. These are the banana trees. Got tomato plants in here. To pollinate those, just tap the flowers. Beautiful zinnias. These are the dragon fruits, some of them. This is the mullein plant. The leaves of this can be dried and burned and inhaled for bronchitis, or cut up and cleaned up, put in a jar with either vodka or vinegar, and let that marinate for about a month, and then you have a tincture for bronchitis. Got some more zinnias. Over here, more cuttings from different dragon fruit varieties and different cactus. These are prickly pear cactus. They also produce a fruit. Banana trees. Tons of tomatoes back in there. And here. Girl dinner. Lots of zinnias. More dragon fruit. More zinnias. I like to mix these in with other vegetables so they can bring in the pollinators, the bees. Coxcombs are starting to wake up. They'll get huge. Have some more plants here. Those are figs. And then tomatoes. Had to tie these up. They're going kind of crazy. Just tapping those flowers to make more tomatoes. Down in here I have some tomatoes. There's carrots. Probably have some carrots ready. Yeah. There you go. Beautiful orange carrot. And there's one over here. Look at those. Gorgeous. We'll come back to those. Tomatoes. This is jujube. It's another jujube variety. Got random squash in here and cucumbers. Let's see if anybody's ready. There's a cucumber. That's lemon cucumbers. They'll turn yellow. That one should be ready probably in a day or two. It's starting to turn yellow. Got some squash back in there. One's getting ready to bloom tonight right there. That's a female flower. And let's find a male flower. Right there's a male flower because it doesn't have, you can't tell right here, that leaf's in the way, but it doesn't have that swollen base right there that the female does. Huge. This is a jujube. Chinese believe this is a very super nutrient value fruit. This tree's only been in the ground for about 6 months and it's taken off. More tomatoes. Beans. These are dragon tongue beans, I believe. Yeah. These are dragon tongues. Got the purple in them. There's squash. Rice. There's squash growing in here amongst the flowers. Ooh, that right there is a banana melon. So that's not a squash, that's a form of cantaloupe that's shaped like a banana. It's huge and it's really good. We've got pepper growing here. More pumpkins, flowers, and there's some melons growing within these flowers. Grape trellises. I had some kind of critter come in here while we were on vacation and stole a huge melon. Actually didn't steal it, it chewed it off the vine. It was right here. Chewed it off the vine and it wasn't ripe yet, so I lost that melon. I was so mad. There's grapevine behind there. This is more, these are cucumbers, I believe, or squash. I threw all kinds of seeds down in there. This is some lettuce that I'm letting reseed. Hopefully shape them, let the seeds go down in there. And I think this is maybe a broccoli or a cauliflower. This is mulberry. It's supposed to keep blooming, but it hasn't bloomed a second time, so maybe it's where it's a young tree. It's been in the ground a year. This is thornless blackberries. These get huge. I had to cover it because the birds are stealing them as they ripen. Yep, see, they're stealing them. There's a big one. They're starting to steal it, so we'll take it. Look at that. Go ahead and get a couple of these. What's left before the critters get them? See, right here's a really big one. Okay, so right here I've got 4 pawpaw trees started. These are different cultivars from KSU. Another mulberry. This is an Asian pear. Asian pears are so good. This is the Hisui, and over here is the Korean giant. Behind there I have some blueberry bushes. We've already harvested all those. And here is the Shinshiki Asian pear. They're crispy and juicy like an apple. And They taste like a pear and they're super sweet. There is cherry tree and hibiscus. Here's some of our muscadine grapes. They're trying to start turning purple. Got tons of them in here. Trying to figure out where the new growth was on there. Here's a chi tree. Apples. They're turning. And peach. These are raspberries. Need to come out and harvest these. Been freezing these, making smoothies. And here's pumpkins and melons. There's one. So we have the apples right here, one peach tree, all the melons. There's another one. Over here is the European pear trees. It's a big melon. This is the vine I saved that earlier in the video that had squash vine borer, and I trailed the stem this way, so it's continued to grow and flower. Little pumpkins. Over here I have some lots of Granny Smith apples. I already picked a bunch of these, and I'm getting ready to can those into, you can make a cinnamon apple pie filling and can it. If you don't like apple pies, if you like applesauce, you just open the can and stick an emulsion blender down in there, and it turns it into cinnamon applesauce. It's really good. Right here is some more loofah gourds. Those can be, you grow them, let them dry out. Here's a big one. Whatever critters getting my melons, it's over here getting stuff too, but there's a big one. So let that grow and dry out, and then once it's completely dry, get the seeds out of it, clean it, and you can cut it in slices and have a bunch of loofahs that you shower with. Here's another apple. This is black raspberries. Here's pawpaws. More pawpaws all through here. A couple of black walnuts. These are loaded this year. Can't really tell from here if they're loaded. This one, depending on the sunlight, you can see them, but can't really tell with the lighting here. So I have plenty of black walnuts. And just about the only thing I can get to grow under a black walnut is pawpaw trees, because they have juglone, so they will kill other plants. Yeah, lots of black walnuts. So there is persimmon. This is an Ichikaki persimmon. I think this is the American. Couple plum trees. More persimmons, Ichikaki and Seaho. Got a pumpkin down in here. So there's the wild setup. And the raspberry row, the grapes, the kiwis are right here. Right here I started from seed a couple of apricots. And right here I started from seed 3 jujubes. Right here is black raspberries. You have to keep black raspberries away from the red and gold raspberries. It causes some kind of sickness. If they're together, it can cause sickness. This is a mulberry, but this is the Pakistani mulberry tree. The mulberries I have over there are small. These mulberries get about that long. They get really big. There's peach tree. And then some banana tree. Those are the edible Chiquita bananas. These are dragon fruit varieties, started from cuttings. Hibiscus. Look at these flowers. See all that pollen? Just kiss the 2 flowers right through here. Just rub 2 flowers together and you pollinate them for seeds for future plants. Hi guys! Right here, bananas. So in the fall, I will dig those up. The corm of those is small. I can put several in one pot and let them just sit inside during the winter so they stay alive. And then in the spring, I'll bring them right back out. Whenever it's Mother's Day weekend, that's when they all come back out. Here's more dragon fruits. They'll go inside too for the winter. Different varieties, different flavors. This one flowered and I pollinated it with pollen from another one. And I showed that earlier in this video. And it's pretty strong. It feels like hopefully it takes and I'll have a dragon fruit. More hibiscus. Pulled this one and it's flowering. So beautiful. And here I have flowers. My moonflowers aren't really blooming much over here. Maybe they might eventually, like this one. These are amazing. They smell so good. They're huge when they open up. They'll open up this evening. Right here is a bunch of tomatillas. This is a yellow variety. And I don't see any open flowers here, so I would have pollinated them by taking the flowers from this one and that one and kissing the flowers together, rubbing them together to pollinate them. So those are there within all the flowers. Here we have yard-long beans. And a dog named Biscuit. Yes. Ooh, these yard-long beans are ready right here. This one looks ready. Gotta kind of catch them. They get big pretty quick. It could go another day, but I don't want to forget it. So to remove them, you twist them. If you yank them, it will break it. Ants love them. See? So when you twist them off, it will keep that pod. It will keep stretching and blooming and making more beans. So that's why you don't want to yank it and break that pod off. So it will keep producing over and over and over. Like right here. See the next flower pod's getting ready when I twist these off. Okay. We'll look at the front side yard. Side garden. Now this moonflower bush, it's been here for several years. I've been growing these from the mother seeds for about 10 years now, so absolutely love them. They're so pretty. Crepe myrtles. Here we've got some tomatoes. These are good. Those are sweet. Over here, more crepe myrtles. Or no, these ain't crepe myrtles. These are hibiscus. That one blooms and more will come behind it. This moonflower's trying to bush out, or flower out tonight. Again, it flowers out every night. As we get closer to fall, these flowers go from all white to purple tipped. Started an Asian pear from seed last winter. And here is peach tree. Had to bag them up because there was bugs trying to bore into them. You'll know that with the juice emerging out of the little hose there, but they haven't turned pink yet, or peachy yet. So hopefully soon. And I have an elderberry right here. Make elderberry syrup for the school year. Give a teaspoon a day to everybody to try to help fight off sickness. Oh, here's another elderberry. So the two can pollinate each other. I should probably bag those up because now they're getting at the age that they're turning and the birds will get them. Like right here, these are ready. These berries are about ready to be picked. Boil those down in some water. You have to boil them for about 45 minutes to an hour. The water will go halfway down. Strain out the berries and jar it up to add some sugar or whatever to sweeten it. But jar it up, leave it in the fridge. More pawpaws. Got several pawpaws over here. And another Asian pear from seed. And finally, over here we have strawberries, tomatoes, pollinate them. Another mullein plant for bronchitis treatment. Got more beans, yardloam beans growing here and there. Another row of strawberries. These are giving a second round, but they're not that big. Try to get to them before the critters do. Okay. Take our goodies right here. Right here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.